Ademola Lookman, a star for Atlanta, has emerged as one of Serie A's most notable players, drawing interest from Arsenal and 3 Premier League opponents. The winger's efforts this season have been outstanding, and he was chosen man of the match for his late goal in his current team's triumph over AC Milan. Despite Lookman's 27 goals and 19 assists from 16 games in the Italian Premier League and Champions League this season, Premier League hiring managers find it difficult to determine whether his success abroad would translate to England. For more updates, we respectfully ask that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Lookman is valued at around £25 million and has a contract with Atlanta through 2026. A move at the conclusion of the season might be more practical, even though a January transfer looks doubtful. Tottenham Hotspur, Newcastle United, Liverpool, and Arsenal are some of the teams who have closely monitored the unstoppable 26-year-old over the previous 12 months. Scouts have lately observed him. Compared to his previous Premier League experiences, Lookman's current form is an improvement. He's shown flashes of promise while playing for Everton, Fulham, and Leicester City, but he never quite lived up to the consistent levels he is now attaining in Italy. His goal contributions have increased under Atlanta's head coach Gian Piero Gasperini because he excels in a very particular system that promotes the employment of Matteo Retegui as the central forward and a strong wingback. Lookman's attacking role is hard to duplicate elsewhere, but he makes the most of his strengths, which include quick mobility, direct running, and goal-scoring ability. Recruiters in the Premier League are now wondering if Lookman can translate his success in Serie A to the Premier League. One of the most important aspects of the evaluating process for English clubs is figuring out whether Lookman could fit in with their systems. Sources have informed GMS that Atlanta's talisman. This is promising for clubs, but it also makes things more complicated. Although recruiters are interested, intermediaries say they are unsure if Lookman can continue to perform at his current level outside of Gasperini's system. Lookman's game has definitely improved during his time in Italy, but he also faces a special obstacle. The emphasis on quick attacking transitions in Atlanta's tactical setup allows Lookman to operate in areas where he excels. Lookman's significance to Atlanta's current campaign makes it improbable that they will allow him to depart during the January transfer window. A summer transfer, though, seems more likely. Premier League teams will have more time by then to evaluate his performances and decide if his skill set is worth the money. Leandro Trossard and Gabriel Martinelli aren't helping themselves. The left flank is still not contributing anything to leading this Arsenal squad to victory. Some have questioned, what does this team have apart from that run down the right wing from Saka and set pieces, in response to recent Arsenal games? We need Martinelli to remain consistent, but he hasn't been able to regain his 2022-2023 form despite occasional flashes of genius. Leandro Trossard, on the other hand, is erratic. He can have a greater or lesser influence than one might anticipate from a striker who was formerly very prolific. To improve their performance at the left wing, Arsenal would be smart to look for a top winger right now. They can no longer ignore that transfer necessity. In their pursuit of a top left winger, I would suggest that Arsenal's technical bench look into acquiring a player who can consistently carry the ball and only release it when making the game-winning pass, or who could destroy opponents without two-in runs. They ought to have signed such a player during the summer, but they didn't. Arteta probably believed Martinelli would find his rhythm again and be that winger who was doing the out-to-in runs flaw.